Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Wuthering Waves reaction. So this is kind of weird because this is usually my PGR day, but unfortunately the reality is PGR is not performing well on my channel at all anymore, but Wuthering Waves is still doing pretty good, so I picked this comment from the last Wuthering Waves video from Mighty Waffle, and apparently Throttle Up is pretty popular and people want me to hear it, so I'm going to listen to it and give my thoughts as I always do, and I really hope that PGR stuff can come back around because sometimes there's just ebbs and flows in the way that things work on YouTube, and I just think right now we're in kind of a lull, so I'm just gonna stick with this and see how this goes for a few weeks and maybe go back into PGR if they release more stuff, or if people still have stuff they want me to get to, leave a comment. But either way, I'm gonna jump into this song now, so without further ado, let's go! Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Oh. I didn't expect the voice. God, down to the vocalist, it feels so like Sawano, like Hiroyuki Sawano. Feels very Xenoblade. Like Xenoblade and Persona 5 had a baby. I'm vibing with this now. Oh, love that. That like siren kind of synth in there. Spit those lyrics, God. I'm loving everything this has to offer. A little bit funky, but it still has that like big orchestra energy. Again, very Sawano in that way. Ooh! Getting a bluesy guitar solo too? God! And they still have some energy to push out of it. I can't help myself. I love a drum fill that just goes down to the tom. Just the one, you know? Little accent on the way down. Love that bass line throughout too. I wasn't really talking about that, but that was half of what was keeping my interest on this song. Like, oh man, everything about it. Like I said, the rhythm was great, the melody was fantastic. It was just all around rock solid. I wish I hadn't paused my recording when I looked down at the credits and saw that it was Laco. She's the vocalist who worked with Sawano in Cabanera the Iron Fortress. She worked on some Attack on Titan stuff. She was, I think, in Promare as well. Like, she has her voice attached to Sawano. And now it makes sense. This composer knew what he was doing. He was like, yes, I'm gonna make a Sawano track, and then we're gonna hire Sawano's singer. The vocalist will be the same. Nobody will know. People will think I'm Sawano, like putting on the fucking Redditor hat, like, yes, I am the best. I just, I mean, like, obviously the song was really fucking well done. You can also clearly see the inspirational line drawing from Sawano's work. I mean, it is without a doubt that he listened to a bunch of Sawano's work and was like, ooh, I want to make something that sounds like that. And once he had the opportunity, he ran with it, and I agree with that choice, because this is a really fucking good song, and just in general. I mean, even down to keeping like the upbeat, the consistent rhythm on this one, just keeping that flavor is something that Sawano does all the time, and this song just, oh man, it's so good. Again, it almost feels like Persona-fied in a way. It's got a little bit more of like a jazzy funkiness to it than a lot of Sawano's works. Sawano tends to lean more into that like orchestral side of things, and it was still present in this one, but it was definitely still its own thing. With this composer's DNA injected in, of course, you're always gonna have a little bit of yourself in there, even if you are inspired by someone else. So this is just cool to hear. I mean, again, everything, the mixing was great, the lyrics were fire, the vocals were fantastic, and that makes sense. The bass line had a heavy focus, the drums were musical and not just a rhythm, not just the backbeat, not just the upbeat. They were also moving around the kit and having a little bit of fun with making sure accents were where they made sense and felt good. And that's something that I love about Sawano's work, is the musicality of every single part of the song. And that's something that he definitely managed to do here with replicating this style. I'm still not 100% sure. I feel like I'm being presumptuous assuming that he was inspired by Sawano's work, but at the same time, I mean, come on, right? For somebody as large as Sawano in the music industry, it would be hard to say, man, there's no way I am inspired by that guy. I just made a song that sounded cool to me, which is always cool too, but I mean, come on. It was the perfect energy. It had a perfect uplifting vibe to it. It was just something you want to dance and move to. You cannot help yourself with moving to songs like this. It's just part of the DNA of that funky vibe on the back end. I would not trust you if you said you could listen to a song like this without moving at least a little bit. You know, you're gonna be tapping your toe at minimum, and that's just something that comes from the bass line of these songs, and this one did a really good job at having that bass line be a core function of this track. Again, another Sawano thing that's very consistent in his works is having an amazingly strong bass line, usually pretty simple, but always rooted in jazz and funk, and there's always a little bit of movement going on. It's never something that's just going with the melody just to be the rhythm bit, just to be a little bit more beefy. There's a little bit of slap in there, there's some plucking and everything, you know, you're having fun. You know, Davey 504 is just like, what the fuck? Like, it's a good time to listen to, and this song nailed that vibe. I mean, like, what else can I say? The mixing, the only thing I have to say negative about the mixing is that, frankly, it was just a little bit too quiet. Other than that, brilliant. I didn't hear a damn thing out of place in this song. The vocals were sitting right on top where they should be for a track like this, especially for a vocalist like Laco involved, and everything else was super present when it needed to be, and all the stuff that needed to stay in the back, like all of the horns and the violins that were in there, they took a back seat, as they should for a song that's supposed to be rooted in this more like contemporary sound. So it's just a really fucking good song. I'm wondering now, like, is the guy actually inspired, or was this just a coincidence? I mean, come on, right? Like I said, but there is a slim possibility that this guy just has a similar vibe, albeit the whole going for Laco, there's no way that wasn't intentional, right? Like, that basically spells it out. You don't get somebody from Cabaneri and the Iron Fortress to then show up on your song and be like, oh, it was a coincidence, like, I just thought you would sound good. There's no way. So this guy had to have written this song specifically for this, and he did a great job. Like I've been saying this whole time, this is phenomenal. This is another, I'm gonna put this right up there with all of my other Sawano enjoyment tracks, because he nailed it. He nailed the vibe so well that if you were to take this out of the context of what it is and who wrote it and be like, here's a blind test, did Sawano write this? you would not be able to tell. And anyone who tells you otherwise is a fucking liar. So this is a brilliant song. I enjoyed every second of that, as I'm sure you saw. And I love that this sound, that Sawano's vibe, is loved and adored so much that people are willing to replicate it and borrow that as an inspiration to work on other stuff. I love that there is that level of respect for his sound, that people are like, oh yeah, finally my chance. And then they make a song like this just as a love letter. You could definitely tell every little bit of this had his vibe in it, but also wasn't trying to steal it necessarily. It's just a great song made by somebody who clearly respects his work, and that's the fucking coolest thing ever. So they nailed it, and I should probably stop talking because that's all I'm going to be saying for the rest of this video if I keep going. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you have another song from Wuthering Waves you want me to get to, by all means drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always. Or if you want something from PGR, go ahead and do that too. Like I said in the intro, it's just had kind of a little bit of a lull in the music side for that. So if you have something, let me know. I would love to hear more. I love PGR's music. I love Wuthering Waves music too. And it is kind of a bummer that people aren't requesting those as much on those videos or even watching those videos much. So like I said, it's a lull in the system. It'll probably come back around at some point. But if you got something, let me know. If you don't have anything though, and you just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!